It's finally been revealed, my friends. Call of Duty Warzone Battle Royale is officially revealed. You guys can see the trailer up on screen right now. It is free to play. That is the first thing we're going to talk about. Free to play, 150 players with talks of them trying to push it up to 200 post-launch. Huge, massive world. Obviously, you got things like... you got score streaks, you got vehicles like choppers, all these different things. Apparently there's two different modes. There's plunder, and then there's of course the Warzone Battle Royale mode as well. So it's insane. There's a lot to this. We're going to talk about all the details, all the information that you guys probably are wondering and would like to know about Warzone. But again, I stress, it is free to play. Anybody can play it. You don't have to have Modern Warfare. You don't have to have any Call of Duty. It's free. You can download it for free, play it for free. Everybody plays it for free. It's a good time. And it actually comes out tomorrow, March 10th at the time of recording this, depending when you're watching this. I'm recording this obviously on March 9th. It's going to be coming out March 10th. So it's soon. It's less than 24 hours away. So get excited, get hyped. And let's jump into some of the details. So first things first, I'm going to throw up a screenshot of the map up on screen via Charlie Intel. You guys can see some of the locations. Now, there's actually more POIs than this. These are just what the main locations are called. So, you know, things like dam, military base, quarry, TV station, airport, storage town, superstore, boneyard, train station, you know, etc., etc. You guys see them all up on screen, prison, you know, so on and so forth. But you look on the right side, there's also contracts like bounties, recon, scavenger. There's a buy station, which we're going to talk about a little bit in a second, and then you can see a little bit of the different vehicles that are going to be in the game. So ATV, SUV, helicopter, cargo truck, and TAC rover are going to be the vehicles. So that's a quick look at the map. Apparently it's massive. It's super big. Again, it's got to be big if you're going to have 150 players. It's going to be solos, duos, and trios. No quads, but solo, duos, and trios are going to be the three options to dropping in to Warzone. One other thing to note about the release date and times is it's actually going to be releasing in two different waves. So the first wave is going to be for everybody who owns Modern Warfare. We're going to be getting an update. It's going to be around 18 to 22 gigabytes, which is going to be going live at 8 a.m. Pacific on March 10th, which would be 8, 9, 11 a.m. Eastern. I had to count that for a second. And then for everybody else who doesn't own Modern Warfare, so if you do not own Modern Warfare, then you're going to be able to download it at 12 p.m. Pacific, which is going to be 3 p.m. Eastern. So about like 4 hours later than anyone who owns Modern Warfare, and that download is going to be 80 to 100 gigabytes to download. So it's pretty freaking big, man. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is the respawn system. So the way the respawn system works, if you're playing with people, then they can buy you back basically. So if you die, you have to purchase them back. I think it's like 4,000 or something, because you earn currency per kills and different things like that in the game. And so you can buy your teammates back into the game. Or the other way is that if you're the one that died, you basically, it says you're a prisoner of the war zone, that you've gotten captured, and then you have to 1v1 in gulag showers. Now, if there's already 1v1 going on, you get to watch the 1v1, and then whenever your turn comes up, you 1v1 for your chance to return back into the game. If you lose your 1v1, you don't get to go back into the game, unfortunately. But unless your teammates buy you back in, of course, there is still that option. But, you know, without having to buy you in, that's another option. So there's two ways to get back into the game, which is very interesting. Now, everybody who's gotten hands-on with the game has been saying that, you know, you would think that this game would play very slow, but it doesn't. It plays very fast-paced. It plays a lot faster than Blackout even. And the other cool thing is that, you know, Blackout kind of felt a little bit messy with the armor system and all these attachments. It's a lot less messy in Warzone. So there's no attachments. Guns are guns that already have attachments on them, basically. Armor are just basically plates. So think about it, if you're familiar with like a game like Fortnite, for example, and when you drink shields, it's kind of like that. You know, you get a plate and then you use the plate, which, you know, shoves it into your vest or whatever. So it's kind of like plates are like, you know, shields in Fortnite, I guess would be the best way to explain it. Again, 150 player lobbies, which is going to be absolutely insane. The standard mode for Warzone is going to be trios, but again, you can set your squad fill to either play solos or duos or whatever you want. So, you know, you don't have to play trios. So there could be 50 teams of 3 for a total of 150 players. Or split that into two, so 75 teams of if it's duos, and of course 150 individual people if it's solos. So Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to talking about cash, because I mentioned that there's buy stations, things like that. So the cash is a thing in the game, and it's a system that basically allows you to earn money in game. It's not microtransactions or anything like that. It's a currency that you earn when you're playing. So kind of think about like if you're playing Spec Ops Survival or something, where you earn money as you get kills and things like that. You can earn money. You can find money on the ground as you loot. You can find different things like weapons, equipment, cash, etc. Also worth noting, any screenshots I'm throwing up on screen are via Charlie Intel, just so I give credit to the proper sources. So buy stations are actually located in various different locations around the map. They're apparently very easy to see on your map. There is an advanced ping system in Warzone, which you can then use to mark these buy stations, and these buy stations let you use your cash to buy things like kill streaks, for example. So you can buy different things like equipment and kill streaks, various items of the like in that sort of sense. So kill streaks are not earnable. So it is worth stressing, they are not earnable. You have to purchase them. So that's the only way to get kill streaks in Warzone. Furthermore, as far as cash goes, you can actually share cash with your teammates. So you can actually push down on the D-pad on PS4, Xbox One. You can use the right stick to highlight the cash, and you can drop stacks, things like that. So your teammates can basically share cash between each other, which is really good if a teammate needs something, or if you need something, then if one of you has a lot of cash, you can share some. It's a really cool idea. And again, as far as kill streaks go, apparently a lot of the kill streaks are very similar to multiplayer. But for example, UAV streaks, they're not. It doesn't sweep the whole map. It's more like a very small circle that pings enemies in kind of like a set radius for a specific amount of time. So that's. Some of the streaks work a little bit different in Warzone. So there's actually loadouts as well, which loadouts, you don't start the game with your loadout. Basically, you start the game with a pistol. Everybody has a pistol and $0. The way loadouts work is you kind of create a class the way you would in multiplayer, and in certain areas of the map, in certain parts of the match, these loadout drops are going to come in kind of like a care package, and they're going to be marked on the map for everybody to see. So anybody can go to these drops, and when you go to them, you can basically replace your setup that you currently have with a loadout that you made in the lobby, essentially. So it's kind of like a custom loadout that has things that maybe you're most comfortable using. So you can set it to, I guess, have whatever you want in it, essentially. But the trade-off is, like I said, it's pretty much everybody can see it on the map, and the fact that like you're pretty much exposed. The areas that they're gonna be dropping in are areas that you're pretty out in the open and exposed. So it's gonna kind of be one of those things where some people are gonna use these loadout drops as kind of bait to kind of wait, in the distance somewhere, or close by, where you can pick off people that are trying to get their loadouts, essentially. So it's kind of a risk versus reward kind of system, if you will. So going back and touching on armor and kind of like health regeneration, because there is health regeneration, which we're going to touch on in a second. The armor system works like this. So players enter the map with 100 health plus 2 armor plates equipped. You can have 3 armor plates on your character, and if you have all 3 armor plates equipped, then players will have 250 health total. So I guess each armor plate would be what, like 50 health extra, assumingly. So there's no different rarities or tiers or anything like that. Armor plates are armor plates. You can have up to 3. They're all the same. So it's very, very simple, very easy to understand, which I like way more than what Blackout was. As far as health goes, health is actually automatic health regeneration, kind of like, I guess, multiplayer. You do have stim shot, but there's no bandages or medding up or anything like that. And the whole idea is that, I guess, Infinity wanted this to kind of be like a Call of Duty Battle Royale sort of style that, keeps players in the action and all that good stuff. So, keep that in mind, that there's no bandages, there's no med kits or anything like that. And also that the gas in Warzone, it actually closes in pretty fast and aggressively, from what everybody's saying that got hands-on with it. And so with auto health regeneration, there is a way to avoid damage on the gas, which is going to be the gas mask. So that's something that you can purchase or find that you're gonna definitely want to have. So yeah, that's going to be very useful in kind of your tactics in Warzone. So all that said, progression between Modern Warfare and Warzone is going to be shared. It's going to be the same. So if you own Modern Warfare, your progression is going to be the same. If you get Warzone for free, like I said, Warzone is completely free to play. You don't need Modern Warfare, but if you have Modern Warfare or end up getting Modern Warfare, the progression system and the battle pass is the same. So they're not separating the battle pass. It's not some special battle pass or some special progression for Warzone and then, you know, a separate one for Modern Warfare. They're shared. So, you know, if you do bounce around between playing, you know, Modern Warfare and Warzone, then, you know, your progression and your battle pass will be shared across both modes. So that's a very good thing. If they would have split it up, that would have been a horrible move. So mad respect and props to Activision and Infinity Ward on that you know, decision, if you will. So really exciting stuff. Again, Modern Warfare itself is not free, just Warzone is free. If you want the battle pass, obviously the battle pass costs to pay for. There's some free tiers in it, but you know the way a typical battle pass works. So really cool stuff to hear that as well. Okay, so let's talk about pinging and looting. So pinging system, basically, if you guys are familiar with Apex Legends, the pinging system is very, very similar in that sense. You can ping pretty much anything, which is very, very useful, especially if you're playing with teammates that do not have a microphone. So that's simple as that. As far as looting goes, Warzone is a very simple kind of looting system, especially if you compare it to Black Ops 4. There's no, you know, backpacks and things like that. It's just very fast paced. It's more fluid. What you can carry is very simple. You have 2 weapons to hold. You have 1 lethal equipment, 1 tactical equipment. You have an inventory management system that you can access by pressing down on the D-pad. It's very simple, very easy to understand. It's not complicated. That's one thing that turned me off about Blackout personally, was it was just very cluttered, and it was chaotic, and it was a mess, honestly. So very, very nice to hear that. So, you know, everything is very easy as far as looting goes, and, you know, managing your inventory, things like that. Just very nice. So there's also some things called contracts. Now, contracts in Warzone are basically a way for players to earn things like more cash alongside earning, you know, XP, weapon XP, etc., and things like that. Contracts can actually be located in various parts of the map, which is going to be in a tablet kind of like pickup system that will assign you a certain task to complete. The tasks can be very different based on the contract you do end up finding. So you know, there can be a variety of different things. The reward for completing contracts also is going to differ depending on what kind of contract you do pick up. Some contracts will, you know, can be things like letting you have additional XP, weapon XP, earning cash. It might even show you something like showing you a preview of the next circle. Apparently, according to Infinity Ward, there's even a contract that will let you see the final circle within the first 10 minutes of the match if you find and execute the specific contract. So you can actually see exactly where the final circle is going to go if you finish that contract. So, but again, you know, contracts could be all sorts of different things. You know, it could be some pretty difficult stuff and maybe some easier stuff as well. You know, I'm sure they're going to vary. Now, there's actually a second kind of contracts, which are called bounties, and these are specific targeted contracts. So basically, if you find a bounty contract, it's going to be all about taking out a certain player who is randomly chosen for that bounty. So if you pick up that bounty contract, it will show you the bounty enemy's relative location to go hunt them down. So it's not going to show them their exact location. So don't worry if you're the one that has the bounty on your head. You know, I think that also is going to help encourage gunfights and pushing people together as having those kind of bounties, and the fact that it's only showing you, you know, the person's relative location. It's not, you know, it's not super specific. So if you are on the opposite side of the contract, though, if you have the bounty on your head, you will get an alert on your screen that will tell you that there is an active bounty contract on your player. So you will know, and your entire squad actually gets alerted when one player of your team has an active bounty on them. So you can all be, you know, more aware, and you're not just gonna get caught off guard or whatnot. So that's very, very nice to know. Okay, so I think that pretty much covers all the main stuff about Warzone. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. But we're not done, so don't go anywhere. We got one more thing to talk about, which is Plunder, which is that second game mode that's going to be part of Warzone, but it's kind of a little bit separate. So the way this mode works, the objective of Plunder basically is to go around the map, and you want to find as much cash as you possibly can, and the goal is to get $1 million in cash total. So in this mode, the amount of cash you can find is increased compared to the normal Battle Royale mode, so cash is way easier to find. Plunder also has a 30-minute timer to reach that $1 million in cash, and whenever a team reaches that goal, and that is secured, then there's an overtime phase that's triggered in the mode. And then the team that deposited the $1 million has their 1 million secured. So during this overtime phase, the amount of cash you find is going to be doubled, and then the team with the most cash when the time ends will win the match. So if no one reaches $1 million by the end of the match, by the time the timer runs out, then again, whatever team has the most money will be the one who wins the game. So it's actually pretty crazy. Also, players will have their own create a class loadouts to use in plunder mode. Unlike, you know, normal battle royale Warzone, you will spawn in with your create a class loadout. You don't have to go get it from those loadout drops or anything like that. And when you die, you drop your cash. So if you have, like, I don't know, let's say $100,000 on you and you die, whoever killed you can pick up that $100,000 and you lost it, my friend. So it's pretty crazy. There's a lot of like risk and reward kind of in this game. It's a little bit more fast paced in certain ways, I guess. You know, the fact that you can use your own loadouts as well. And just different things like that. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty crazy. It sounds really fun. Both these modes sound really good. I cannot wait to play them. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys are excited. I'm gonna have videos on the channel. I'm also gonna be streaming it over on twitch.tv/JSkeleton92. Check it out. Links in the description below. We stream a lot of great stuff over on Twitch, so definitely don't miss that. But let me know what you guys think about all this information. I try to make it as quick and compact as possible, but obviously there is a lot to it. So let me know what you guys think. Again, it's free. March 10th, it's coming out. And you don't have to own Modern Warfare. You don't have to buy anything. You just play it. If you don't have Modern Warfare, you just download it for free. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty epic. And I cannot wait to bring you guys some videos and some streams. So thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys very soon in another video. Oh my God, until then, my friends, game on.